Fastest. I know I came back with another one. Am I awkward? Yeah. That should not kill, that should not steal. Be about the Father's will. We kind of save is real. All in the front trying to build. On y'all Shabbat is real. Keeping it seven, not saying no deals. Under thy parents, where you could get killed. No false witness, so your blood gets spilled. No false God, the sight gon' kill. We keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it. Keep it commandments, keep it commandments. They don't understand it. I had a leg on my habits. Pick up a Bible and grab it. Found out the truth, I was hood like I had it. Killing that old man. Yeah, and this boy, you gonna make some sacrifice. Get rid of that old man. Focus on things that gon' come with hiding light. Why you focus on cars and clothes? Why you focus on ice and gold? Why you not focusing on your soul? Keep commandments that get on the road. We ain't eat no pork, no. Keep commandments, not keeping my feelings. I'ma do it if I see it red. Stop the robbing and stealing and killing. Keep your faith in the Mashiach. Never my people ain't never gonna stop. Find out who really the ops. And we gon' keep Shabbat. Keep your faith in the rock of salvation. It free me from lust and all fornication. Keep commandments that know I be waiting. He coming back and we gotta be patient. That should not kill, that should not steal. We about the Father's will. We kind of save is real. All in the front trying to build. On y'all Shabbat is real. Keeping that seven, not taking no deals. Under thy parents, where you could get killed. No false witness, so your blood gets spilled. No false God, the sight gon' kill. We keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it. Thinking the higher for making the light. The thought of Messiah for saving my life. Renewing my mind and open my sight. Seeking the rock, I'm changing my life. Keep it Torah, I'm not taking no breaks. Over time, working hard 24/8. I'm seeing the chariots all in the sky. I pray I'm accept they cannot take a ride. That should not kill. That should not steal. That should not lie. Honor thy parents. Keep their Shabbat. Won't serve fake God, don't serve in his name. No adultery, and have no envy. I know who the enemy is. Scared of courtesy. My own people hate on me. Moses was there and he paving the way. Romans 6:1, don't say cause of grace. Hebrews 11:1, keeping faith. 11 heart in the spiritual way. Drawing the line, protecting the saints. Honor the law and praising his name. I am a servant, not turning astray. Make a choice, do you serve in the faith? That should not kill, that should not steal. We got the Father's will. We kind of say it's real. All in the front trying to build. Point out Shabbat is real. Keeping it seven, not taking no deals. Under that, so you can get killed. No false witness, so your blood gets spilled. No false God, Messiah gon' kill. We keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it, keeping commandments. We keeping commandments. You don't understand it. The seven ain't taking no deal. Or you could get killed. Blood get spilled. Messiah gon' kill. Hey, keep it commandments. They don't understand it. Keep it commandments. Hey, keep it commandments. They don't understand it. Keep it commandments. Hey, keep it commandments. They don't understand it. Keep it commandments. Hey, keep it commandments. They don't understand it.
What's good? What's good? Shalom, family. Shalom. This is Brother Moshe Ben Yahuda Yisrael. Simply I've been. Got a Monday night live stream for y'all. What's good with y'all, family? Let's see what we got up in here. We got Sister Michaela W. Shalom and salutations to you, sister. We got Tampa Supreme up in here. What's good, brother? Welcome to the live stream. Shalom and salutations to y'all. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. I was debating if I should do a live stream tonight. I should just kick back. I could have been doing other things. Could have go right around town. Could have played some PS4. But I said, nah, let me do a live stream. I had to run a few errands today, I had to take care of some issues dealing with my vehicle. When I get an estimate, I need some new tires for my car. I'll take care of that sometime down the line. You know how it is when you own vehicles. You have to maintenance them, wear and tear, because that's your livelihood. If you think about a car, it's almost like a human body, a vehicle. You take care of your car, it should take care of you. That's what they taught us in driver's ed. My driver's instructor, she taught us in the school. She was like, You take care of your car, it's gonna take care of you, and that is true. You know, you gotta do your routine maintenance checkups on your car, like your oil change. You know, check the air pressure of your tires. You know, your radiator fluid, your water, and all that. You know, just the basic stuff. That don't mean you could be a mechanic, but just check, you know, the basic stuff. Check under your hood of your car. But yeah, you know, I pray everything's well with y'all family. You know, big salute to my brothers and sisters in the cleanup crew. You know, this year has been kind of trying for a lot of us. You know, this summer, but hey, we gonna prevail. You know, by the grace of Yah, we gonna prevail. But you know, I just wanted to touch base on these policies of YouTube. I don't know if y'all know the news or the awareness starting July 29th. On July 29th, you ain't gonna no longer be able to hide your subscription count. Starting on July 29th, you ain't gonna be able to hide your subscription base or count. Well, they claim the reason why they doing that, so say, because you know you got people that trying to duplicate your channel. You know, like you have the troll account, like people that troll your channels, they trying to make a duplicate channel. But nah, they just want to do that. They just want to do that by design. You know, it's like privacy is a thing of the past. You know, once upon a time, privacy, you know, was sacred and cherished. Since social media, privacy is not cherished anymore or sacred. And then you got cameras all over the city. Big Brother is watching. But okay, who's watching Big Brother? The Most High. They watching us, but the Most High is watching from the highest of the heavens. Him and his host of angels, you know. Yahoo Sabaoth, or the Lord of hosts, you know. So they think they watching us and spying on us. They probably watching me way up in the satellite, floating in the sky, but I don't care. I'm going to continue to do what I do. You know, y'all want to do stuff like that, but y'all don't want to do nothing about that algorithm. You know, I can't stand the YouTube algorithm. It's like certain channels, they let their channels flourish, and certain channels, they don't. But I understand. I came to the realization that YouTube is the new Hollywood. A lot of these content creators, they sell their souls. They got the big channels like the million subscribers and the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They sell their soul just to get YouTube fame. Real talk. They sell their soul just to get YouTube fame. Straight up. Mm-hmm. But y'all want to change these policies and all that. But y'all don't want to do nothing about these bots in my comment section or in other people's comment sections. These Russian bots that be leaving links to dirty sites, if you know what I mean. Dirty sites that when you watch film, you know. Every time I review my comments, like on my channel, when I go to my channel information, and they got these comments by these random comments with all kind of crazy language and stuff, and they got links. Why y'all ain't doing nothing about those bots, YouTube? Y'all want to change these policies and monitor our channels, but y'all want to throw these bots. Y'all know I won't be surprised if they are doing that themselves. They might be doing them themselves just to cause confusion. They even show up in the chat room too. So if y'all see them weird comments, them weird bots, y'all know what to do. Block them. For all my mods, you know. But yeah, they don't want to do nothing about these bots. And this been going on for the last couple of years. I say I've been doing content since 2019. This been going on like for the last 2 years. Because I never forget. It's like every summer. I know it's like every summer is a trend on YouTube. They got these bots. Y'all remember like a couple of years ago? I want to say that was like in, I think 2020, when they had them Tom, like them random comments be by Tom and Tim, but there was bots. It's like the comments would be like, "Great content, bro. I love your channel, bro." And it could be any type of channel you do. It don't matter what type of content you're doing. It could be negative, positive. They just have these random accounts named Tom and Tim show up to your channel, be like, "Positive. I like your content. Keep up the good work." But that was all set up. That was bots. And if you click on them links, they're trying to gather the information. And now you got the bots that's, you know, trying to get you to go to these dirty sites, you know, to watch film. And you gotta be aware of that. Just block them. Just block. But YouTube don't want to do nothing about it, but they want to change these policies. Y'all want to come with the nonsense algorithm. Y'all want to remove the ability to hide your subscription base, but y'all not trying to combat these bots, man. Y'all so backwards. Y'all straight up backwards, YouTube. Straight up. Y'all backwards. But yeah, it's a good thing to be off, though. I was off today from my job, so all praise to the Most High. Yep. But yeah, YouTube, y'all do something about these damn bots, though. You know. Shit, I thought about going to the movies. I said, nah. I ain't gonna see that Thor, Love, and Thunder. I mean, Marvel, man, the way the MCU is going down the crap. Ever since the Avengers Endgame came out, that was the last great, you know, after they finished the Endgame and the new Marvel movies they're making, some of them are okay, but the majority of them, they cater to the SJW narrative and it's going down the crap. You know, that's just Hollywood in general. Hollywood is running out of ideas. You know, you got a lot of independent filmmakers out there doing a great job than these directors in Hollywood. You know, it's like they don't want to hire the writers, and the writers are losing ideas. You got so many independent writers out there. They do good content. For example, I listen to some of these Reddit stories on YouTube written by some of these random people. They make some awesome stories that could be made into movies. Straight up. But if Hollywood will catch a hold of it, they'll change it around and trying to remix it to their own liking. You know, so it'll just be better to stay independent. Straight up. But it's sad though. You know, it's sad to see our people. It just shows, like social media, it just shows the misbehavior of our people and people in general, but mainly our people, so-called black people, Israelites. You know, we like I was on Facebook earlier today and somebody shared a post. It was this brother, you know, he was confessing that he killed his wife, you know, because he walked in on her cheating, you know, with another dude. You know, he was confessing that he bashed her in with a hammer, bashed in the head with the hammer, and he bashed the dude in the head with the hammer, and he fell in the bathtub and he threw a radio in. And that was a crime of passion, man. You don't play with people emotions, man. Whether it's a man or a woman, man, because people are wilding out these days, you know. The crime of passion. Straight up. And he was confessing. I mean, he broke down the details and he said he was going to turn himself in. So, you know, it's just sad, man. You know, you got brothers, you know, confessing they killing their baby mamas and wives on the internet, and women doing all kind of crazy stuff on social media. Like they showed them in that restaurant in New York, Bell's Fries, tearing up the restaurant because they was charging them $1.25 for dipping sauce. I tell you, man, this world is going to the crapper, man. People in the world is going to the crapper. You know, American society, man, people got that entitled mentality. You know, most Americans got the entitlement mentality. If they don't get their way, they want to wreck shop. They want to tear things up, turn stuff up. You know, they don't want to take no for an answer. You know, I mean, it's just a hot mess. It's a freaking hot mess, man. So much people going to the crap. Ever since this pandemic was created by these mad scientists in the lab, most Americans going to the crap. But this whole country is going to the damn crap. And then we got a no good senile president, the senile madman. He ain't doing anything about it. These damn liberals are screwing up the damn country. Yeah, well, this whole country been screwed up ever since they landed here. Ever since the Gentiles conquered it through bloodshed, lies, and deception. You know, y'all killed off most of the natives. Y'all lied to the natives. Y'all gave them the fire water, the devil's water, alcohol. And they up on a reservation. Most Native American reservations, man, some of them look get in projects. They want to talk crap about the projects, but you look at some of these Native American reservations, they look way worse than some of the worst hoods in America. You know, and a lot of them, they drank a lot of alcohol, you know, because they reminisce on how their ancestors used to own all this land, you know. But You see what messed them up? They didn't believe in paper documents and all that. That's how the Europeans, you see, the Europeans used the pen and paper against them. So that is true when they say the pen is mightier than a sword. Man, that is facts. The pen is mightier than a sword because, man, if you don't have your paperwork game, man, and we going up against these Gentiles, if you don't have your paperwork game up, man, you're gonna lose. It's a losing battle. You see it in the court systems. That's why the court system is against us and the injustice system. Real talk. Because they know most black people, man, we don't have our paper game up. And I'm not talking about money. That could be part of the paper game too, your money up. I'm talking about like documents and knowing the law. Like you got the Moors that study the law, the Black's law book, the Moors. Now that could only work to a certain extent, but they keep coming up with new laws. They keep changing and making new laws like every other year. It's keep evolving. This law system, it keeps on evolving. It's like the Hydra. When you cut a head off of the Hydra, it sprout 2 or 3 more. The Hydra, like in Greek mythology, the 8-headed snake that Hercules had to fight. That was one of the trials of Hercules. He had to fight the Hydra. He had to defeat the Hydra. That was one of the first bosses you ever fought on God of War too. I think the very first God of War game that came out on PS2, you had to fight the Hydra. Yeah. And that's just how this system is. You cut one head off of their wicked law system, they're going to come up with another head, which is a new law. But yeah, the pen is mightier than the sword. And Native Americans didn't have that because, you see, they didn't believe all the paperwork and the documents and all that. They just lived off the land. Like they was instructed by whoever they believe in. They call it the great creator or Wakatanka. That's who they worship. Some tribes worship Wakatanka. That's their version of the Most High. But us Israelites, we worship Yah, and Yeshua, the Messiah. But I'm not knocking the Native American beliefs because I respect their culture. Even though that's not our people. Some Israelites teach they're the tribe of Gad, but that's false because they got their own culture. They have their own history. They got their own stories. And like I said, I got nothing against the natives. Because I always give them their salutations for what they did to Custer. The Battle of the Bighorn. Shout out to Crazy Horse, man. Sitting Bull. Geronimo and all them, they did the damn thing. They went down like the Warriors. They went down, But just like the Zulu tribe, shout out to the Zulu tribe. That's the real tribe of Gad, the Zulus, man, in South Africa. Shaka Zulu, man. They had to. His own people probably turned on him because when you watch the Zulu movie from back in the day, that actor that played Shaka Zulu, that brother was intimidating. He had that aura about himself. Like he wasn't not to be toyed with. And you see, they don't want to promote that image of the black man. That's why they want to have black men wearing all these dresses and want to promote them being effeminate and soft and milquetoast and all that crap. Because if they promote black men being like that brother that played in a Shaka Zulu movie back then with that intimidated lion look, man, they'll take a serious ass man. They're not going to take a Fruit Loop black man seriously. They're not. And that's why they got these sellout puppets in Hollywood pitting on dresses and all that crap. They pitting on the makeup, man. This is a hot damn mess, man. That's why I see the society is going to the crap. It's going to the goddamn crapper, man. And they know it. And they know their time is running short. That's why they're doing all these things. They want to promote the alphabet agenda, the mixed race agenda, They trying to really wipe out the seed of Israel. They really want to wipe us out, but that's not going to happen because the Most High is in control. That's why I say, man, the Most High tell us to be set apart for a reason because he foresee all these things. He already seen all these things transpire even before we was all born. All the events and all the things we did in this life, he foreseen everything. Even before all of us was born, before we was even a little speck of sperm cell swimming in our daddy's lungs and getting shot out our daddy's lungs into our mother's womb and being developed 9 months and being pushed out our mother's womb and we was a baby. He foreseen everything. Real talk. What's good, Master Moshe? What's up, my brother? Shalom and big salute, Master Moshe in the building. Boot up all shut up. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. We out here. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. What I was saying, yeah, They don't want to. They want to promote black men wearing dresses and stuff. You know, they want to promote our women being ratchet instead of being classy and feminine. They want our brothers to be all soft and non-masculine and emasculated. I'm so sick and tired of this bull crap. You know, it's time for us to come back to our righteous order. You know, excuse me, straight up. You know, straight up. All that entitlement, man, we gotta break out of that, man. You know, and that goes for a lot of people in society. That entitlement mentality. If things don't go your way, you want to tear up the restaurant. You want to throw things around in the store, just like that Caucasian woman. Like when the lockdown happened in 2020, and she didn't have a mask on, and they refused to check her out. And so what this damn Caucasian woman did, what this Gentile woman did, man, she started throwing things out of shopping cart like a 3-year-old child, throwing a tantrum. And that's what the majority of them do. Nah, the majority of them be the man ones throwing them tantrums, though. Them white women, them Karens. That's why they came up with the term Karen. Them Karens, man, they everywhere. You gotta beware of Karen. Beware of Karen. You know, because if she wanna, where your boss at? Where your boss? Call the manager. Call the manager. Trying to get you fired on your job, man. Just because you say something, you know, you say something that you be polite. You could say, "I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't help you with this." A lot of these cameras, man, they be trying to get people fired on their job. Whether they don't care if it's their own or all. But man, they are people. They trying to get these people fired on their damn job. These damn Karens. What's good, Oracle 007? Shalom and big salute. It's good. But yeah, I mean, it's just a hot mess. You know, they be throwing temper tantrums, you know, just because they don't get their way. No is no, damn it. No is no. Yeah, I'm live. See, I decided to go live tonight. You know, I decided to go live. I said, let me do a little live stream tonight. But yeah, I was talking about them YouTube bots. They be spamming all them crazy comments with the links that go to the dirty sites. They don't want to do nothing about that. Clean up y'all stuff, YouTube. But y'all want to come attack content creators by removing the option that you can't hide your subscription count. Yeah, I think FOPE went live tonight too. It's been going live around prime time. But I'm doing live streams tonight too. So it's all good. Since we talking about the so-called narco subs last night, I might as well pull up the image of them drug submarines that the cartels be using. Them narco subs. Let's see. What's good, K. Judah? Big salute. Big salute. Hold up. Shit, I had a lot of money. If I was a millionaire or billionaire, I had me a submarine. Shit, sometimes you need a damn submarine. Everybody want a Bentley and a Rolls Royce. Shit, what about give me a submarine just in case I could go underwater and escape from the buffoonery of the world. So take a vacation underwater. Give me a submarine. But it won't be looking like these old shaggy, raggedy ass looking narco subs. Let's see. You know, most people come to YouTube to engage in drama and bullshit, but I'm showing some narco subs. They be like, oh, this nigga showing narco subs on his channel. I thought he was gonna be beefing with somebody. Well, if this not for you, don't come here. Go somewhere else. No pun intended. But yeah, look. This is what they look like, Sister Oracle. Look, let me see. Cocaine worth over 160 million seized by Coast Guard. Damn, and that sub. And they be transporting a lot of stuff in them subs. Some of them look decent, I ain't gonna lie though, but some of them be looking cheap and crappy looking, but some of them be looking top notch. And they even got the, let's see, transatlantic narco sub. Some of them be looking top notch though. And it's a small one right there. It's a cool looking one too. I like the color of that one, that blue one. That one look decent. This one right here. Y'all know daggone well Negroes didn't have no narco subs in the hood. So how the drugs got to the projects in the hoods? They put that in now. The CIA, the FBI, they put the guns and drugs in the hoods. We don't have even if 5 black millionaires come together to build a narco sub, they're not gonna do it in the hood. We got to get the scrap metal and all that, to draw out the schematics. This is another one right here. Any way to get their product to the States, whether it's by boat, plane, or narco sub. Real talk, it was a clever plan, though. It was a clever strategy. Oh yeah, look how this one look. This is one of the small, cheaper ones right here. This one of the cheaper ones. Oh, that's a model, 3D model, drug submarine. Let's see. What the? Look, they got a steering wheel in there. They use a steering wheel to drive them things. Look, this is the cockpit. This is the cockpit of a narco sub, man. It's a cheap looking. Oh heck no, man! It look like what they did. Look like a boat cockpit. Look like it's a cockpit of a damn boat, and they just put like the sub armor on it or something. Inside a submarine that transport illegal drugs. Oh, that's a video on YouTube. Man, I bet you it's uncomfortable up in them narco subs. Oh yeah, it's uncomfortable. I could tell. And he probably got no heat and AC. He'd probably be sweating up in there. Yeah, they look uncomfortable. Shalom, Barakatah, Namaria. Barakatah. Yeah, I'm about to show that video, man. Inside of. Hold up, let me see. Let me get my fair use. I'm gonna show y'all this right quick, fam. Hold up. I gotta show y'all this. Get my fair use right quick. They showing footage when they season a Narco sub. Shalom, August Dream. Shalom's a mixed salute. Let's see what arc I get. Ain't no way they would have me out in the water suffocating with that little drug submarine. Drug marine submarine. That's a good drug marine submarine. They look cheap. Yeah, I like how Oracle said someone be looking cheap, looking like them barbecue pits. They do. They look like some giant underwater barbecue pits. Yep. Yeah, they showing footage. Hold up. Let me see right quick. Hold up right quick.
You've seen the heart-stopping video. You've seen the heart-stopping video of the Coast Guard seizing a speeding drug sub. But what's it like inside one of these vessels? We got an exclusive look at a drug sub, which are manufactured by the cartels. Inside, it's low-tech. A basic steering wheel, throttles, gauges, a compass. There's even sleeping bunks with cushions, enough to fit 4 smugglers. There are pumps to drain water, just in case the sub springs a leak. This is the storage area where the drugs are stashed and kept dry. The sub has vents to circulate air and small portholes for steering. The courageous Coast Guard officers who leaped aboard that drug sub are being praised by President Trump. Do you believe this kind of bravery, he tweeted? The Coast Guard seized more than 8 tons of cocaine. The drug subs are semi-submersibles, meaning they don't go completely underwater. That leaves them vulnerable. Semi-submersibles, meaning they don't go completely underwater. That leaves them vulnerable to heroes like these guys. Go completely underwater. The drug subs are semi-submersibles, meaning they don't go completely underwater. That leaves them vulnerable to heroes like these guys.
Man, they doing it wrong, man. Y'all heard that? Semi-submersibles. It's a half-ass submarine then. If it's semi-submersibles, a freaking submarine supposed to go underwater, damn it. That's why it's called a sub-motherfucking-marine. Semi-submersibles, man. Come on, man. Y'all heard what he said. He said they scared, man. They scared to go. They scared, Monster Motion. They not some real submarine G's. They scared, man, to go underwater. They scared. Semi-submersibles, man. Y'all can't even do it right, man. Y'all got to do it like Captain Nemo or the Nauticus, man. 20,000 leagues under the sea, man. Semi-submersibles. No wonder why the Coast Guard could have leaped on that. Man, y'all need to take notes from Black Manta, man. They didn't have no weapons on their submarines, no force barriers or anything. That'd have been if you ain't gonna see the Coast Guard trying to do that to Black Manta. They gonna call Aquaman or the Atlanteans. Let the Coast Guard trying to do that to Black Manta submarine. They'd have got electrocuted trying to jump on his ship like that. That was funny though, man. Pow, pow, pow. He was banging on that submarine. Shit, they got him. Yeah, for real. The cartel got enough damn money to buy a submarine. And not even a good one, man. You heard it, Molly said a semi-submersible. They scared to go underwater like the real submarines, like the Army submarines, man. It said a semi-submersible. You heard that? Yeah. They ain't heroes. You know what they gonna do? They gonna take the submarine and the drugs. And they gonna probably use this, they gonna scrap metal the submarine. They use the words heroes and bravery to describe themselves. when they're the real drug dealers. Yep.
Hello and welcome to another submarine chat. This one is going to be about narco submarines. I've been following this topic for about 10 years and amassed a database of 200 or more individual narco submarine incidents. So this chat is going to be just about the main types. If you see a narco submarine in the news, it probably fits into the 5 types of narco submarine I'm going to describe here. Like my other videos, this is unscripted, but I prepared some materials, so let's get on with it. Firstly, to clear up some terminology, narco submarine is a colloquial catch-all term for the purpose-built vessels that are used to smuggle drugs, typically cocaine, mostly from Colombia up in the Pacific to Mexico for onward supply to the United States or across the Atlantic. The submarines themselves have also been known to travel across the Atlantic, and you get something very similar in Europe as well. Most narco submarines are actually not true submersibles. They don't fit the full description of a submarine. However, it's a useful term. So if you have anyone in the comments explaining what a real submarine is, you know how far into the video they watched. Narco submarines are much more common than we realize. I estimate that around 1,000 have been built, if not more. They're built in the jungles, typically in swamps like this one, in what we term artisan boat. The materials are quite basic: fiberglass, marine plywood, and so on. They're built for a one-way trip. So they build it, launch it, do some minimal testing, then they load it with drugs and send it off on a one-way trip up to Mexico, typically. At the other end, it is scuttled. Some of them are interdicted by the US Coast Guard, Colombian Navy, and other forces. I have a database of about 200 incidents, and I've analyzed them, and that's what's going to form the basis of this talk. I have also written a book called Narco Submarines, so if you're interested in the topic, check that out. Also check my website out, Narco Subs 101, and actually quite a lot of articles on narco subs there. So there's 5 main types. Obviously, the people who build them don't tell us the names and categories and so on. However, from an external perspective, we can make observations about the designs and the trends and different categories. The first one is what we term an LPV-IM. This was actually the main type from about 2005 through to 2015, 2016. You still get them, they're not extinct, but they've been superseded by other types, which we'll come on to. LPV stands for low profile vessel and IM stands for inboard motor. They're also known as SPSS, self-propelled semi-submersibles. That term is used in law enforcement. In some quarters, it's becoming less common. In general, we term them LPVs and LPV-IM when we're being more detailed. They look like this. This is pretty prototypical, I'd say. Early on, there was more variation, and some of them had 2 motors, but they've more or less standardized on a single motor, a hull form that looks a lot like a sailing yacht, but without the sails and without the drop keel, obviously. The cocaine goes at the front, and it has a hatch in the forward deck. That hatch isn't always present, but it's usually the way they load and unload the drugs. The crew live in the center, sleeping on fuel tanks. There's a single cockpit with a windows raised in the center, and the motors at the back. Raised in the center. There's a single cockpit with a window. Crew live in the center, sleeping on fuel tanks. There's a single cockpit with a windows raised in the center, and the motors at the back. One interesting characteristic is the scuttling valve. These are used to sink the vessel when it gets to its destination and has been unloaded. Contrary to popular belief, it is not common to scuttle the Narco submarine when it gets boarded by law enforcement. In the early days, it was more common. People wanted to destroy the evidence. However, it's illegal to simply be on board one of these vessels, regardless of whether the vessel is sunk or floats, and regardless of whether any cocaine is discovered. So sinking the vessel won't get you out of jail, but it does increase the risks of dying, obviously, and that's why people don't do it. The other thing they used to do is set fire to the vessel, equally dangerous. It's a good thing that they don't do it. Around about 2016, we started to see a new type of vessel, which was more like a go-fast boat or go-fast vessel with outboard motors, but was running semi-submerged. At first, we didn't quite know what this was, hybrid go-fast boat, that sort of thing. But we've now settled on LPV-OM. OM simply stands for outboard motors. They're also sometimes called LPGFV, so low profile go fast vessel. That's much less commonly used, I think, and also could be challenged to what extent they really are a go fast vessel. Designs vary, but one characteristic they all have is that the cabin is at the back. If we looked inside that cabin, it's invariably a stinking mess. This one has been interdicted by the US Coast Guard, and you can see the sort of living conditions. You'll also notice on the left, there's actually a bale of cocaine. In the center of your screen, there's a tunnel, and that leads forward to the cargo area. I think that they use this tunnel for sleeping, and they can also use it to move individual bales backwards and forwards to trim the vessel, so to affect the balance of the vessel when it's underway. It's also the main way to load and unload the vessel. Alternatively, you can cut the top open. They tend not to have a hatch on the top. At the far end of that tunnel is the cargo area, and it'll be jam-packed full of cocaine. The exact quantity varies. Typically, it's about 1.5 to 1.6 tons, metric tons, but it can be 3 tons or more. I think the actual quantity has more to do with the market and the needs of the cartel than the physical capacity of the vessel. Soon after we started seeing the vessels with the outboard motors, a new variation started to emerge. This looks very similar to the regular ones from the side, but actually, if you look at it from the top, it's much narrower. It has a length to width ratio of about 10:1, and we term this a VSV, or very slender vessel. That is a generic term for vessels with this shape, and it improves the stability and efficiency when it's going through waves as opposed to over top of waves. So it's different from a speedboat that tries to plane over a wave. Inside, they're pretty similar to the ones that are not VSV. You have the cargo hold, you have fuel at the front and also at the sides beside the tunnel. You have the cabin at the back and the outboard motors and so at the very back.
Now this one, I call this one the plague doctor mask because it reminds me of a plague doctor mask. Look like a beak, like the long beak that them plague doctors be wearing. And look, that's the eyes. I call this Narco sub the plague doctor one. That's what it reminds me of, a plague doctor mask. Have y'all seen the plague doctor? Y'all know what a plague doctor is. Like during the bubonic plague, they had these doctors used to go around poking people with sticks and injecting them with stuff to kill them and they suffering. A plague doctor. If you had the bubonic plague and you heard a knock at your door and you see a man dressed up in a beak mask and a long trench coat with a top hat, that was your demise. The plague doctor coming to pit you out of your misery during the plague, you know. But that's what this Narco sub remind me of, a plague doctor mask. So I call it the plague doctor. Just my 2 cents about the matter.
Those outboard motors are typically going to be enduro 75 horsepower 2-stroke but it does vary. They're looking for something that's reliable and pretty ubiquitous, something that's easy to source and not easy to trace. The first three were the ones that we commonly see. Much rarer, but perhaps more interesting, are beasts like this one. At first sight, this looks like a regular low-profile vessel IM. You can see it's got an internal motor. You can see the exhaust coming out of the back there. It's viewed from the back looking forward, but the same vessel from another angle, you can see how long it is. They've essentially combined the VSV hull form with the internal motor layout. This is potentially the most stealthy of all the designs. It's quite rare though. This shows a contrast between the two. The bottom one obviously is the VSV. There's a story to both these vessels actually. The top one happens to be one that was found in Spain and has crossed the Atlantic, and the bottom one happens to be the lowest low-profile vessel that's ever been found, certainly by length, about 30 meters long. I suspect that they're built by the same person. Okay, the last category is the one that people are generally most excited by. Sometimes you find narco submarines that look like true submarines. We call these FSVs, for fully submersible vessel. The designs vary. They've only ever been found before they've been launched. Not a single one has ever been interdicted, which suggests they're much more successful. I don't think they're as common as low-profile vessels.
Okay, so they do got something that could go fully submersible. So I bet you the drug lords and cartels that got a lot of money, they probably get the full submersible ones, the ones that could be like a true submarine. But I hope they have the common sense to arm them with torpedoes and guns and missiles, man. Then it's gonna be a full-fledged submarine. You gotta have weapons on your submarine, man. You can't just go half-ass with it. You gotta go full throttle, man. Have the torpedoes, the missile launchers, you know, the sonar, the radar detector, man. You gotta do it the whole, you gotta go big. You gotta do it the whole thing, you know. But they got fully submersible ones. Okay, let's continue.
But clearly there's many more out there than we know of. They do share certain characteristics though. The first one is the hull has to have a circular or generally circular cross section. That ends up looking like a sausage, a tube, just like a regular submarine. And for the same reason, it needs to be strong from all angles to withhold the weight of water. These only submerge a few meters, so they're not anything like a military submarine in terms of operating depth, but they still need to be completely watertight, built like a submarine. Some of them actually are fiberglass, which is quite interesting. The arrow points to a hatch. This will be a giveaway. If you're going to fully submerge, you need to have a very solid hatch, which is watertight. And so you see more elaborate circular hatches than you do on low profile vessels. If you see one which has got a square hatch, that implies that it's not fully submersible, although I'd be cautious of that. They also need hydroplanes of some sort, so these small wings which allow them to dive and surface again. This particular design had very large ones, but they're all going to have them of some sort. And they need some sort of propulsion power source. So a very large number of batteries would be typical. Some of them do have diesel engines, but they can't run those while they're fully submerged. An example of one with a diesel engine is this one. As you can see, it looks like a submarine. This one actually is not fully submersible. It's what we term a snorkel sub. So when it's running, it uses its diesel engines and it doesn't have enough batteries to operate on its own. It needs to have the mast above water at all times. That mast also has a camera and navigation aids in this particular case. What I say though is that although it's not a true submarine because it cannot fully submerge, you would only know that if you analyzed it. So we don't have a different category for this because it's not visible from the outside that it's not a true submarine. Okay, hopefully that was interesting. So if you're interested in narco subs, check out my book, check out my website. I hope to do more videos.
I don't need to check out your book, heathen, when you just told me about the narco subs on your video. So why I need to buy your book? Come on now, dummy. You know, you just told me about the narco subs on your video. All I gotta do is rewatch the video if I want to learn more. I'll go to Wikipedia. Yes, indeed. But yeah, that was about them narco subs. Let me remove this, see what y'all up to. Interesting though. Come on, man. What's up with stream, y'all? Let's see, stop sharing. Hold on. There we go. Check the comment section. Yeah, but interesting though. You know, they got different types of them. You know, some cartels could get on in certain types, but yeah, that was crazy. They could some of them could go like half underwater, some of them, like even the full submersible ones can't go really deep, like the true submarines. But yeah, just to show you that by any means necessary, they'll get their products smuggled to the United States. Yup, deep facts. They are the real human traffickers and drug dealers. Real talk, yeah. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Watch y'all children, watch y'all loved ones, because they out there. Them human traffickers, they out there preying on young girls and young boys, but mainly young women, you know. And they'll snatch them up and, you know, bring them to these underground sex rings, you know, make them sex slaves. And when they finish using them and abuse them, they discard them. The wicked devils, they gonna pay for that too. They gonna pay for that. And Google must have read my mind. I see Black Manta submarine, and it already, let's see. Look, they ain't messing with this. Coast Guard, y'all ain't messing with this. Hold on, let me share. Even though it's fictional, but I don't care. Y'all gonna have to call Aquaman. Hold up. What's good, Ariel? What's good? Just show y'all this right quick. All y'all cartels, y'all better call. Y'all wanna, this ain't no narco sub. He got a real submarine. A Black Manta, shaped like a Black Manta reef. Them narco subs don't have nothing on this. And he, you know, he got his stuff armed with weapons. Yeah, that's the Black Manta, you know, and that's his submarine. Even got the little model kit, the little model. Black Manta, Hot Wheels Black submarine vehicle. Yep. His stuff could go way underwater. He could go just like a real submarine. Ain't no narco sub. It's a high military grade submarine he got. Black Manta. Yep, look, Black Manta submarine. Welcome back, Namaria. Welcome back. But yeah, you know, that's interesting. That's one thing about your brother Moshe. You know, whoever interesting, he gonna talk about it, you know, and stay on it, you know. Yeah, that's crazy though. To show you how determination people could be when they want to smuggle their crap, smuggle them drugs across to the United States. And like the war on drugs is all a hoax anyway, the so-called war on drugs, because the so-called government is partaking in it. You know, they got deals with the drug smugglers and all that, like the cartels and all that. The war on drugs is bull crap. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. but they want to paint the narrative like they fighting against all that. They really not. They really not. They want to lie to the masses of people. They want to say they're having a war on drugs. It's all a damn lie. It's a damn lie. Straight up. Yep. It's 10:40 p.m. already. That time rolling. I don't like that. Don't y'all hate that when you're off from work and your off days start going by fast? But when it's time to go back to work, the work week go by slow. You know, that's how it be sometimes, but it is what it is. I hope y'all had a blessed day today, though, family. I hope y'all had a blessed day. Yeah, it's the second day of the week, Monday. You know, Sunday is the first day of the week. Monday is the second day of the week. You know how it be on Monday. Sometimes Mondays be slow and rough, and But I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, because I really didn't want to go live. But I said, let me go ahead and do a live stream. I didn't see anybody in I saw y'all in the group chat earlier, but it was kind of really wasn't. Guess everybody was busy. I was busy myself too. That's how it be. And then when you do these live streams, it takes a lot of energy too. It takes a lot of time and energy to do these live streams. But yeah, YouTube, y'all do something about them damn bots, man. They keep spamming people comment section. With all those weird looking names and Russian looking, that must be Russian bots. Posting all those links to those 30 sites and all that. I'll be removing them too. That's all distractions, man. Bad enough we deal with so much distractions in this society. On this walk in general, we got so many distractions, whether it's, work related, job wise, family wise, all kind of stuff, man. Distractions after distractions. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Who's Tampa Supreme? He came through the I think he be on Cool's Gents channel, I think. He be on Cool's Gents channel. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember, man, on Mondays, used to watch Monday Night Raw back in the days. Wrestling, the Monday Night War, the WCW Monday Night Nitro back in the late 90s and early 2000s, man, that was the good old Monday nights. Monday Night Raw versus Monday Night Nitro, the Monday Night War. That's when wrestling was wrestling, man. Man, that was the good days, man. I mean, I miss WCW. WCW used to come on damn near 7 days a week sometime. Close to, because it used to come on like Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, sometime Fridays. You know, I mean, damn near all, you know, they was dedicated. WCW was more dedicated than WWE. Real talk. Because I remember, like, sometimes on Saturday nights, you had the WCW all-nighters. They used to stay on all night on TBS back in the day. Man, TBS used to be that channel, man. TBS and TNT. Back in the day, man. TBS and TNT. They used to have, like, movies for guys that like movies. I mean, the masculine action movies and stuff. The manly movies, you know. Testosterones, hot babes, and guns. Manly movies, man. Straight up. They don't make movies like that these days. Everything want to be too watered down and soft and peachy. You know, it's soft. Oh, it's too masculine, toxic masculine. To get out of here with that nonsense. You know, as a man, he's supposed to be shooting up stuff and saving the damsel in distress from the buffoons out there that's trying to harm the damsel in distress. That's the man's duty, to go in the building, shoot up stuff, save the damsel in distress, and ride off into the sunset with the damsel in distress. You know, save the village from the monster, you know, take the monster out, rock the monster snot box, and mount his head on the totem pole, you know, straight up. Straight up. That was, they used, you know, back in the day, you know, TBS and TNT, there used to be those channels back then, you know. Then I remember on TNT, they used to have like the Monster Vision, I think, used to play the horror shows and all that. Man, like on Saturday nights, I think it was called Monster Vision or Monster, you know. Matter of fact, let me Google, them good old, let's see, TNT. Hold up, I think it was called that. I forgot the host name, but I'm gonna Google it though, because they used to come on like Saturday nights. TNT Monster. Let's see, Monster Vision, I think it was called. Let's see, hold up. Let me see. Yeah, Joe Bob Briggs, I think, was the host. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Monster Vision. Who hosts Monster Vision? 1996 to 2000. Okay, beginning on Friday, June 28, 1996. Joe Bob Briggs, John Bloom, yep, the driving movie critic, became the official host of Monster Vision. The series transitioned into a regular scheduled Friday time slot every week at 11 p.m. Yeah, that was back then. Yep, TNT Monster Vision with Joe Bob Briggs. He used to show the, sometime it'll come on Saturday nights too, but mainly on Friday nights. Yeah, I remember. I'll never forget. It's Friday nights. Yep. Man, I was in 1996. Man, I was in 6th grade when Monster Vision came on the scene. I was in 6th grade. Monster Vision on the scene with Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that from 1996 to 2000. And he's 69 years old. Golly, old. Up there in age. 69 years old. One more year from 70. But he, yeah, I was, you know, he used to have all kind of interesting stuff back in the 90s, though, come on TV. That's why I say back in the 90s, your television time was lit. You had a lot of stuff to watch. Primetime TV, daytime TV, Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, shit, you had everything to watch back then. But these days, people really got it made because you got streaming service. You have unlimited options to watch stuff now because you got the streaming services and all that. You know, you could even miss an episode of your favorite show these days and just write it off because some people do that. Some people actually do it. They don't watch when something come out. They just wait till all episodes be finished and they just binge watch the whole stuff. Oh, what the hell? No, I don't want to leave. Cancel. Stream y'all tripping, man. Y'all get y'all act together, Stream y'all. Get y'all damn act together. But yeah, TNT Monster Vision. That was way back in the 90s, till 2000. It ran a good time though. Yeah, it ran a good little 1996 to 2000. Yeah, that's a good little time. 5.5 ratings out of the audience. Yep. Like I said, back then you had all kind of interesting stuff to watch, man. You know, but TV has changed though. Now you got all these reality TV shows, these toxic reality TV shows that's promoting toxic relationships and toxic friendships and marriages and toxic behavior, man. That's not cool. And a lot of these reality TV shows that's rigged anyway, that's actors. Like on Survivor, I still say like on Survivor, they when the off camera, man, they be eating good. They be showering, they be taking regular showers. I'm telling y'all, the show Survivor is bullshit. They, because if they was really stranded, like really survive, they'd be really starving. Off camera, you see what they do before they probably start filming the next episode. They put like fake dirt on them, like makeup, and pretend like they stranded. But off camera, I won't be surprised they make them sleep like in like little portable campers or something, or they have like a portable building they rest in on an island they so claim to be on. But when the cameras start shooting again, they have them dressed up like they really stranded. It's all bullshit, man. You can't come tell me they, you know, I may sound crazy, but it's the truth. They probably have them eating real solid food when off camera, but not too much, because if they had them eating solid food every day, you know, they'd probably show signs of them gaining weight, you know. But you know what I'm saying? The show Survivor is rigged, and they really not surviving. They just on vacation, pretending like they on a stranded island, you know. And it's actors. All these people on these reality TV shows is actors. It's all actors, you know. It's all staged. I think even the Bachelorette and the Bachelor shows be staged too. That all be staged too. All them reality TV shows on TLC and A&E and all that shit, man. You even got a show called Sister Wives, man. They got a show like that called Sister Wives. You know, it's just a bunch of buffoonery, if you ask me. You know, just like the wedding shows on TLC. My mama be watching that stuff, man. My mama watch all that crap on TLC, man. I'll be wanting to say, Mama, why you watching these damn Gentiles and, you know, want to be seen Negroes on here? That could all be actors, but I'll keep my mouth shut because that's my mama. You got to respect your mama and your daddy. Honor thy father and honor thy mother. So I just take it on the chin, you know, because that's her right. If she want to watch that crap, she can watch it. She paying for the cable. My daddy paying the bills, you know. And, you know, if she want to watch that crap, she got to watch it. You know, because she could feel the same thing about me. She'd be like, why my son watching that Ball Z? That's what she used to call it. She didn't say it. What that's called? Ball Z? Dragon Ball Z, mama. Dragon Ball Z. You know, but I love my mama, though, man. Big shout out to my mama, man, and my pops. You know, I got, you know, Most High blessed me with some good parents. All praises, you know. But yeah, I'm just buffooning for a little moment. Sometimes you gotta be a buffoon. I know I be calling people buffoons, but most shit could be a buffoon sometimes himself, in a good way, you know, because there's levels to buffoonery. There's levels to buffoonery. Just leave it like that. There's many levels to buffoonery. Yes, indeed. But yeah, this has been an interesting live stream. I talked about, you know, a few things, and then I talked about the Narco subs. And now I'm talking about how staged these reality TV shows is. You know, but man, the NBA, man, what's going on with the NBA? Back in the 90s, man, the NBA was the Zulu Nation, man. It was the power to the people. Now these days, it's the biracial takeover in some of these basketball players. If you look, I don't watch sports. I don't watch football, basketball, I don't watch none of that crap. But if you watch it, I'm not gonna knock you. But the NBA, man, it's the biracial takeover, you know? It's crazy. And I'm sure they some good players. I'm not gonna knock them, but they not gonna be on no full Judah level. And what I mean by full Judah level is like the full Judite players like Shaquille O'Neal, Jordan, Rodman, Pippen, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. I'm talking about the real Jakes, man. They're not gonna be able to be on the level of the real Jakes, the full-blooded Israelites. You ain't gonna see a Mamza dunking like Jordan. They could dunk. They're not gonna dunk on Shaq level. You're not gonna see a Mamza breaking a goal like Shaquille O'Neal used to do. You're not gonna see a Mamza crossing somebody like Alex Iverson. You're not gonna see nobody having the dribble skills and a speed like Kobe Bryant or Mamza. I'm just sorry, you're not. Listen, you're not. Straight up. I'm just putting that out there. Take it how you want it. I don't care. But yeah, it's just crazy though. You got that going on in the NBA. But hey, that's the NBA world though. That's part of them. Like I said, they better get their act together. Nine and 1 here tomorrow. Oh, so it's been hot in your area now, Maria? It was kind of decent today. Had a little rain came. We had got a thunderstorm earlier. No, not a thunderstorm, just a little shower. We didn't get no thunderstorm today. It was just a little scattered shower, and that's it. But they say Wednesday the weather's supposed to be bad though. We're supposed to get some thunderstorms Wednesday, possible flood warnings. So if that's the will of the Most High, hallelujah. That's His will. Hope they go to train passing. Hear the train passing. That's the night train. It's by 10:41 p.m. That's relaxing listening to the train horn passing. That's how sometimes you can measure, the distance of a train by the horn. And sometimes it helps you relax. I know it used to help me relax while I was sleeping. Like when we used to live on Spencer Loop back in the day, and we could have heard the trains passing on the train tracks by Landry Drive. I could have heard the train engine and all that. Sometimes the engine would be loud, and we didn't live by a train track or anything, but just the distance alone, I mean, whew, I hate to see how Spencer Loop is now. I bet you a lot of stuff probably changed. Because you see, Spencer Loop was like a little trailer park. It was something like a trailer. It was like people had trailers back then, a few houses, but manning trailers. And like Spencer Loop was between two projects. You had Dodge City projects and St. Edwards projects. That's where we used to stay back in. I think we moved from Spencer Loop in 96, I think. 96, 97. Mm-hmm. That's when we moved from back there in Spencer Loop. Yep. But it wasn't that bad back though. It was bad, but it wasn't worse like it is today. I never forget for Hurricane Andrew, man. My mama drove through flood water to get to our trailer on Spencer. It was like we was driving through a river. That was none but the grace of the Most High Yah, man. God, my mama called, and she had a Toyota Corolla. She named it Betsy. That was a good car too. I think it was a 1986 Toyota Corolla. Let me Google it right quick. Let me see if I could Google it, man. That's see when you have certain memories and you can Google the image of certain things, that's gonna generate your memories. Hold up. 1986 Toyota. Come on, man. I'm reminiscing right now. Let me see. Let me see. Hold up. That's not the one. Hold up. Let me see, man. Hold up. Let me make sure. Wait a second. Hold up. That can't be it. I'm trying to see. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, it was a 1986 car, I think. Hold up. Make sure images. No, that's not the one. Let me see. Hold up. Nah. But it was a Toyota Corolla, though. I'm trying to see how. Let's see. It was a box shape. I know that it was a box shape. But yeah. She named it Betsy, man. That was a good call, too. That car lasted a long time. She drove it through hurricane water, like flood water on Spencer Loop. It's like we was driving through a river. And the car sit low, too. I'm surprised the car didn't flood out. Like I said, that was number the Most High guide my mama's to safety. Because you see, for Hurricane Andrew, we went to the shelter. We went to Generate High School. I never forget. I remember it like the back of my hand. That's why I say, man, I got good memory. I got good memory. Elephants never forget. But I never forget. It was my mama, me and my brother and grandmothers. We went to the shelter, the hurricane shelter, and a couple of my aunts. But my Uncle John and my cousin Cedric, man, they stayed home on Hopkins Street. My uncle he always be saying, "Y'all ain't meet the storm. We stayed right here." The next morning after the storm, we was frying eggs and eating grits. Oh man, that was in 1992. I was in second grade for Hurricane Andrew. Yep. We went to the shelter. We went to the shelter in Generate High School. I'll never forget it. Man, we were sleeping on the floor too. I had me a bed spread and some blankets, and we slept on the floor. And I'll never forget, I woke up and my sheets was wet. They was wet from the water on the floor, from the flood water. And I got up, man, I was all wet. But I thought I peed on myself, but I didn't pee on myself. There was water hitting the blankets and stuff. So I had to use the bathroom, man. So I started walking to the bathroom, and I started running, and the cop stopped me. He's like, whoa, 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 don't run, you're going to slip and fall. It was a brother cop, too. It was a black cop, Yeah. That was in 1992. Yeah, but Hurricane Andrew was a monster, though. I mean, Hurricane Andrew did a lot of damage. Millions of dollars worth of damage. I mean, some parts of the area where we was passing through was tore from the floor up. It was tore from the floor up. Yeah, Hurricane Andrew, man, that was a monster. Hurricane Andrew. That was in 1992. But I want to say Katrina was way worse than Andrew. Katrina was a witch from the 9th levels of hell. I mean, You know, if you think of the 9 hells, man, you know, that was on that type of level. Katrina was something from the 9 hells, you know. But yeah, Katrina, man, I mean, just seeing our people in distress like that, you know, and to hear Brother Adam's testimony about Katrina, you know, because he had eyewitness to it. Him, Brother Adam, you know, King Adam, the brother that have the King Adam channel, when he did that, when he told me about some of the things he witnessed and saw, I ain't gonna lie, man, it kind of brought you to tears, man. You know, I had to pause, man. Yeah. You know, when he told me, when he mentioned about the young lady, you know, and her daughter accidentally fell off the bridge and she tried to jump in to save her daughter and they both died. They both drowned to death. Man, that shit was sad, man. That was sad to hear that shit, you know. But it's just to show you that a mother love is stronger, man. A mother's love. She was willing to die with her child, man. She died trying to save her child from drowning. But, you know, the child, damn English language, man. Damn English language. But yeah, her child accidentally fell off the bridge. And so she jumped in after and they ended up both drowning. And, you know, so much chaos was going on in that Superdome. That Superdome was a nightmarish hell. A lot of women was getting raped, you know, men shooting each other. I mean, a lot of people was just losing their morals. It was hell on earth in New Orleans, you know, during Hurricane Katrina. It was hell on earth. Then you had the wicked Gentiles shooting at Jakes, you know, shooting at our people, man. You know, black people begging to get rescued. These racist heathen bastards pointing guns at them and shooting them. Wicked heathen bastards. They sure did, August. They went through pure hell. Our people went through pure hell during Hurricane Katrina. Facts. Big facts. I mean, you had Jakes on rooftops for days, weeks, baking in the hot sun, man, and wearing the same clothes for all that time. That's freaking hell. They couldn't have no opportunity to change their clothes because they were stranded on the roof for weeks. And I know the rescue helicopter seen all that, but they flew past them and went straight to their own people. That's why I say we gotta take care of our own first, Israel. And they did. That was a smart move, K. Judah. That was a smart move. And they well better off. My kin folks say they never going back. They live in Houston now. That's what's up. As long as they good, you know. There's nothing for them out there in New Orleans. They good where they at. They went to Houston. You know, it was a blessing in disguise for some of your people, K. Judah. It was a blessing in disguise. It was a tragic situation. Katrina had to happen, but for a lot of our people that migrated to Texas, it was a blessing in disguise for them. You know, some of our people that left New Orleans, they went to Texas. You know, they turned out to be better off. You know, they have opportunities. You know, some of the brothers and sisters that were single, they probably met their spouse in Texas. You know, they met their spouse out there. They started a little family. You know, and they gonna have children and grandchildren. They're gonna be raised in Texas. You know, I'm just saying, keeping it 100. But yeah, Katrina was hell on earth. I'll never forget watching all that footage on CNN. I mean, people walking through water. The whole city was like a lake, a river. It was like a whole river. I believe it too. Yeah, for real. 100. It was the act of Yah, because New Orleans is a wicked city. They be invoking these voodoo gods and goddesses. You know that. You know, they be invoking all those foul spirits, and there's so much witchcraft. You got the corruption, you know, the violence and all that, the prostitution. It's a city of wickedness. That's why I call it the sin city of the South. You know, you could visit New Orleans, but you gotta be careful where you're going. If you go in certain areas, you will be you won't be heard from again, or you'll get robbed, you'll get carjacked. I mean, there's a lot of jackals, wolves, and all kind of things out there waiting to prey on the tourists. And I'm talking about the people when I'm saying jackals, wolves, and bears and tigers, talking about the people, you know. Yeah, it was. It was an act of the Most High. It was a warning from the Most High for New Orleans to repent. You know, just like Hurricane Harvey was a sign of repentance for Texas. You know, because Hurricane Harvey was bad for y'all too out there in Texas. Hurricane Harvey, that was another devastating storm too out there in Texas. And we in hurricane season right now. So I just pray to the Most High Yah, Israel, that we don't receive any. You know, but if that's part of His will, I just pray for mercy and favor. You know, that He spare my home, He spare y'all homes and everybody else's homes. You know, because hurricanes ain't nothing nice. Because they could sprout tornadoes, you know, floods, all that. I remember hearing about an Israelite woman saying she's from Florida, left because of Andrew, went to New Orleans, left because of Katrina, then lost everything once again in Houston because of Harvey. Interesting. Now, I don't know what's that is. That could probably be a generational curse or something. I don't know. But that's interesting. That's wow. So every time she left, another hurricane ended up running up. Yeah, something ain't right about that. You know, I ain't gonna say it could necessarily be a generational curse. Maybe it could be that the Most High was testing her, you know, and she could probably be one of the strong servants, you know, because the Most High put His most strongest servants through hell, you know, to refine them as gold tried in the fire. I'm just saying, you know, but yeah, that's interesting. She everywhere she left from a hurricane, the new area she went to had another worse storm, and she had to leave again. Interesting. From one hurricane to another, exactly. Yeah, but I think that was the last storm we had. I kind of went and walked outside in one of the storms. I went and walked outside. It wasn't that, and it was like the wind was blowing, leaves was flying. It wasn't during the height of the storm. It was just like the little light wind. You know, it was calm too. It was calm and peaceful. That's how it usually be. You know, before the storm hit, it be all calm and peaceful and like light wind. But I think the worst thing about it is when the power go out. You know, the power go out and all that. The aftermath always worse. But I just pray we don't get any storms though. Yeah, it's been a good live stream. Been okay. Like, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We had an hour and 29 minutes. I don't want to keep y'all up here all night. You know. Thank y'all for tuning in. All right, family. This is Brother Moshe Ben Yahuda Yisrael. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Shalom and peace.